What's up, guys? Welcome back. For today's video, we are doing a Toy Story Woody Lantern DIY. So let's jump right in with some materials you're going to need. You will need a paper lantern, a cowboy hat made of felt or a Woody mask, some metal bracelets, plastic sheriff badges, empty cups for water, and an assortment of paintbrushes. The paint you will need is King's Gold Yellow, Tangerine, Black, Red, Electric Blue, and White spray paint. You will also need brown, gold, and white paint, some scissors, yarn, and glue. Now that you have all of your materials, let's get started. You're going to start by expanding your lantern. Once you have expanded your lantern, you are going to take your electric blue paint and paint the bottom half of your lantern blue. Be sure to paint only the bottom half of your lantern because the bottom half of this lantern will be Woody's pants and the top half will be his shirt and vest. Once you have finished painting the bottom half of your lantern blue, you are going to start on the outline of Woody's vest. Now my camera did stop recording, but in this clip as I painted his vest white, you will see the type of outline I did for his vest. Once you have done the outline for his vest, you are going to paint the inside of his vest white. Once you have finished painting the inside of his vest white, you are going to take your King's Gold Yellow paint and begin painting the uncolored parts of the lantern yellow. This will be Woody's shirt. Once you have finished that, the white paint should be semi-dry now, or completely dry. So now, as you wait for the yellow paint to dry, you can begin to paint the outlines of the spots on Woody's vest. After you have painted the outlines of the spots on his vest, you can begin to fill in the spots with black paint. Once you have finished filling in the spots with black paint, you will have finished his vest and you are ready to move on to the next part. Your yellow and blue paint should be dry now, so we are now going to add Woody's belt to the middle of the lantern. You're going to want to use a paintbrush about 1 inch wide, then you will use that paintbrush to paint a line down the middle of the lantern. The belt should be halfway on the blue, and the other half should be on the yellow. Don't worry if you mess up or you add too much paint to one side, you can always go back and fix it later. Make sure the brown line goes all the way around the lantern, as this is Woody's belt. Once you have finished Woody's belt, you are ready to start on his bandana. To do his bandana, you're going to take your red paint and put a triangle up at the top of the lantern going down. Once you have painted your triangle, you are going to paint a red circle around the rim of the lantern at the top. Once you have done that, you are then going to make it look like it is tied in a knot by adding 2 little corners of the bandana going down his back. While you wait for the bandana to dry, you are going to start adding the plaid pattern to Woody's shirt. To do that, you are going to take your tangerine paint and begin painting horizontal lines on the shirt. To make the plaid pattern of the shirt, you are going to want to space your lines about 1 inch apart. Once you have finished painting the horizontal lines on his shirt, you are going to start painting vertical lines onto it that will complete the plaid pattern. Make sure you put these vertical lines all the way around Woody so that you have the plaid pattern all the way around the lantern. Be sure to space these lines about 1 inch apart as well. Once you have finished putting the plaid pattern onto his shirt, you are going to use your white paint to add the buttons to the front of Woody's shirt. After you have added the buttons, you are going to take your gold paint and paint an oval onto the front of the belt. This will be Woody's belt buckle. Once you have finished painting the buckle onto his belt, you are going to turn the lantern onto its left side, take your brown paint, and begin painting the holster onto the side of his belt. To do the holster, you are going to paint a brown triangle on the side of the lantern, but instead of putting a point at the top of the triangle, you are going to make it flat. You are now done with the painting part of the lantern, and you are now ready to add the accessories. First, you are going to add his hat, so if you have the mask, carefully remove the hat from the rest of the mask. You are then going to take your glue and glue the top edge of the lantern and put the hat on it. Now, to make sure the hat is secure, you are going to want to glue it to the metal piece behind it on the hook. Once you have finished putting the hat on the top of the lantern, you are going to take one of your sheriff's badges and put it onto the left side of Woody's vest. Be very careful because you don't want your lantern to rip when you're putting this badge on. Once you have put it on, you want to move your lantern out of the way, get one of your metal bracelets and your spray paint, and you are going to spray paint your bracelet completely white. Once you have spray painted the first side of the bracelet, you are going to wait for it to dry, and once it is dry, you are ready to spray paint the other side. Once your bracelet is completely dried, you're going to take your yarn and cut off about 3 to 4 inches, and then you are going to tie that yarn to the bracelet. This will be Woody's pulse string. Once you have tied the yarn to the bracelet, you are going to place it onto the back of Woody and use your glue to glue it to his vest. You have now finished making your Woody lantern, and you are ready to hang it up. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you all next week.